of the throat. And then exhale through the nose, make that hissing sound at the back of the throat. Now, this is triggering the vagus nerve, which calms the mind. And it should be an even inhale and exhale. So let's set a metronome to that. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha, lift up at the pelvic floor. You're going to keep that lifted the whole practice until Shavasana. That's going to bring lightness, and it's also going to move energy upward. If you don't want assist, raise a leg and down dog split. Thank you. If you don't want lotions, raise a leg and down dog split. Thank you. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Anthony, soften your knees. Exhale, 6, and push your shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, press into the hands, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat to the heels. Let's lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Let's do that again. So the knees, chest, chin is called Ashtanga Namaskar, okay? On the inhale, come forward to a plank, look forward, drop to your knees. Keep your hips in the air, bend your elbows, and bring your chest and your chin to the floor. So you're like a zigzag, Anthony. Your hips are lifted and the belly's pulled in. Yeah. Now press into your hands, lift your chest, slide forward, cobra. Now your belly's on the ground. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Soften the knees, slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Keep the hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. Now, if your hands are lifting up or you're bending your knees or you're on your fingertips, put your hands on blocks, because fingertips it means that there is unequal weight between the hands and the feet. So your forward fold should have equal weight in hands and feet, not just all in the feet. If the hands are not on the ground, there's nothing happening in your forward fold. So you want to be connected. Yoga is about connection. Inhale. Exhale, 1. When the hands are lifting, you're disconnected. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Soften the knees. Step the feet out as wide as the mat. The heels are going to be on the mat. The toes are going to be on the bamboo floor. So your feet are turned out at a 45-degree angle. Come down to a squat. Bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearms. Squeeze in with the knees. Imagine that you're squatting up instead of squatting down. So lift your chest. Lift your chin a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Amanda, you can go right here. Exhale, 4. You can go over here also. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Anthony, look at that wall. Exhale, 6. There you won't round your upper back. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. You can go right there. It's perfect. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Now gently place the hands on the floor. Come sit down and extend the legs out in front of you. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Step the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Pull the left toes back. On the inhale, lift the left arm up alongside the left ear. Exhale, bring the left elbow on the outside of the right leg. Bring the right hand behind you, closer to the hip than the wall behind you. And press into the hand and look over the shoulder at the wall. Inhale. Exhale, Amanda, pull the toes back. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, extend the right leg. Inhale, bend the left knee. Place the left foot on the outside of the right. Dorsiflex right foot. Inhale, lift right arm up. And then exhale, twist left. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, always on time. There she is. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, extend the left leg. Go over there, Verity. Verity, go right there. Go right there between Anthony and everybody will be on the same wall. Then bend both the knees. Place the heels where the knees were. Feet or hips width distance apart. Bring the hands behind you 6 to 8 inches. On the inhale, lift the hips into tabletop. Exhale, let the head go back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3, so the knees are bent. Exhale, 4, and the feet are flat on the floor. Bring the feet back. There you go. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Bring the chin to the chest and come down. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody? A little warm-up helps. And let's let everybody get here, too. We're going to chant a little bit today. And we're going to chant from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. We're going to chant the yamas. So if you turn over to page 43, we're going to chant 2.30. And if you don't know the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, it's a how-to manual, a how to achieve yoga. And yamas are restrictions. So he's advising us how we should interact with the world around us, right? And he gives 5 points that he makes to do that. So we'll chant Om 3 times, and then we'll do a call and response. Call and response. Ahimsa, ahimsa, satyam, satyam, asteya, asteya, brahmacharya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, aparigraha, yamaha, yamaha. So you see those dashes in between the words. In reality, those dashes should not be there, but we've broken the words up so you could identify each word, because it's really hard. If you don't know Sanskrit, then how, if it's just like one long run-on mess, right? Like, what is that? So, but when you see 2 vowels come together, like brahmacharya, aparigraha, the second A becomes silent. That's called a sandhi in Sanskrit grammar. So when you put it together, it would sound like ahimsa, satya, steya, brahmacharya, parigraha, yamaha. Okay, try that. Ahimsa, satya, steya, brahmacharya, parigraha, yamaha. One time together. Ahimsa, satya, steya, brahmacharya, parigraha, yamaha. So one time I saw a video with Krishnamurti. If you don't know who Krishnamurti is, Krishnamurti was a teacher who in the 1950s, they thought he was going to be like the next Sadhguru. Does everybody know who Sadhguru is? He's like a really famous teacher from India that like everybody follows. They thought they wanted to turn him into that. And he kind of went along with it in his youth for a couple of years. And then he came to America and he applied for citizenship, and he never went back to India because he didn't want the position. And he then publicly said, I do not want to be known as the great guru and the great teacher. But he became a teacher, and he became kind of a really cutting edge teacher because he became brutally honest about the teachings of yoga. And like I think he was teaching at like maybe Columbia or one of the Ivy League schools for a long time. And somebody asked him in an interview, they said, what was the one thing that ancient yogis were concerned about? And his response was just one short sentence. He said, ethical living. They all wanted to live ethically. He said that was their main goal. And I always like to remember that little portion of that interview because it was so direct. And in a lot of ways, Patanjali is very direct on how to achieve that ethical living in the Yoga Sutras, right? And he gives you 5 pointers. And when you read these things, it makes sense to everybody. Like I don't know anybody who would read these 5 points and say, well, I'm not going to do that. That doesn't make any sense, right? So 1, it starts with ahimsa. Ahimsa is non-violation, non-violence, non-harming, right? I want to live as harm-free as possible. So I'm going to be aware of my actions and how they're rippling from me. And then satya, truthfulness. I'm not going to lie about stuff. I'm going to tell the truth. Asteya, I'm not going to steal, right? Brahmacharya, I'm going to control my sexual energy so that here again, I'm not committing himsa, harm. I'm actually non-harmful with it. Remember, like, all you have to do is just listen, turn on the news, and you will find out how violent and how harmful sexual energy can be when it's uncontrolled. Like that's all you're listening to right now in the news right now. Aparigraha, I'm not going to grip. I'm going to learn to let go when the time is right, right? And through these 5 suggestions, because they're suggestions, they're not demands, they're not laws, they're just suggestions that you're supposed to self-imply. Like, I can't make you do this. You have to want to do this. This becomes the foundation of your yoga practice, not down dog. It'd be easier if it were down dog, but it's actually ahimsa. So think about that today, how that we can take this sadhana from just a mere physical practice and have it become something that really is the foundation of ethical living. Fold up your chant books, put them to the side. I'll come by and pick them up. Come to the front of your mat, standing into Tadasana, mountain seat. Big toes and heels touch, tailbone moves toward pubic bone, gazes at the horizon. Close the eyes, bring the hands together in undulating mudra, and set a higher intention for the practice today. So like that idea of applying these yamas to the sadhana. And exhale everything out. And hands by the side to Dasana. Reconnect to your Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. On the inhale, bring the hands together. Extend the arms up toward the sky. Urvahasana. Exhale, folding over straight legs. Uttanasana. Press palms down into floor blocks. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Prepare. Exhale, step, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog, move forward and up. Exhale, downward facing dog, stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms, see the prayer. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana mountain seat. On the inhale, bring the hands together, extend the arms up toward the sky, Urban Asana. Exhale, fold over the straight legs, Uttanasana, press palms down into floor blocks. Inhale, lift the head and chest, prepare. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, staying. Inhale. Exhale, 1, just bend the knees a little bit, Amanda. Inhale. Exhale, turn the hands slightly out. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between hands. Exhale, fold over legs. Inhale, rise up, extend arms. And exhale, hands by the side to Dasana mountain seat. On the inhale, extend the arms, Asana. Exhale, folding over straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1, good. Inhale, turn the hands slightly out, Anthony. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Step or jump the feet in between hands. Exhale, fold over legs. Inhale, rise up, extend arms, look at the prayer. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana mountain seat, Jiva Mukti Surya Namaskar. With straight legs, inhale, hook the thumbs in front of you, reach up and arch back, going into a back bend. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, take the arms behind the back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands down onto the floor next to the feet, step right foot back into a long lunge, look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift hips, look at the navel. Inhale, come forward to a plank, look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, look at the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog, look at the navel. Inhale, come forward to a plank, look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot steps in between the hands, look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, left foot meets right, fold over legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot steps all the way back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank, look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, Chaturanga, wall in front of you. Inhale, upward dog, look at ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot meets left, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, stay. Press the palms together. Exhale, squeeze the inner thighs together. So if your feet are apart, bring the feet together. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center, twist over to the right. Bring the left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Now check your left knee out. Is your left knee in front of your right? If so, pull your left hip back toward the wall behind you. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Exhale, 1. Get the adductors to work. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5, and I'll come back to center, Utkatasana. Reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands together in prayer, and then twist over to the left. Bring the right arm on the outside of the left thigh. Now keep the knees together, so check your right knee out. Get to know what the right side is doing. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And I'll come back to center Utkatasana. Exhale, come stand up to Dasana. Good. On the inhale, bring the hands together in undulating mudra. Extend the arms up toward the sky, Urvahasana. Exhale, fold over straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adava Uttanasana. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the left foot down, 45-degree angle, come up, warrior 1, and stay. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, back foot turn toward the same direction as the front foot. Exhale, 2. So see, you're going in 2 different directions. So point that toe that way. Yeah, now put that's not a heel down. So there's an external rotation. Exhale, 2, yeah. Inhale, good. Exhale, 3. Push right here more. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the right leg. Without moving the feet, exhale, open the arms and hips. Now inhale, reach toward the center of the room. Pull your left hip back toward the wall behind you. Place your right hand on your right shin. Lift your left arm up and gaze at your left thumb. Now in triangle, goal should be to touch the ceiling, not the floor. So a pyramid's going upward energetically. It's trying to touch the sky, right? So push me away from here. Notice how that got light. Exhale, 1. That shouldn't be heavy over there. Exhale, 2. It should be very light, your right hand. Exhale, 3. Inhale, energy's going upward. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift all the way up by pressing into the feet. Then exhale, slowly bend the right knee, warrior 2, and stay. Inhale. Exhale, try to get the right thigh parallel to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, try to track the right knee down the center of the foot. So can you see your right big toe inside your right knee? Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, slowly extend the right leg, 1 breath. Then exhale, rebend the right knee with control. Inhale, bring the hands down to the earth, step back to a plank with control, not out of control. Look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, chaturanga, looking at the wall in front of you. Inhale, upward facing dog, knees and thighs are off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, let's do the other side. On the inhale, step the left foot forward, turn the right heel down, come up Virabhadrasana 1. And here again, back foot turned in on that 45-degree angle. So there's association with the left foot and the right foot. In other words, I'm moving in the same direction. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, open the arms and hips up to the right. Inhale, reach to the left, pull the right hip back. Place the left hand on the left shin, raise the right arm up. And here again, I want to touch the ceiling with the right hand. Gravity will always bring me down. So left hand should be super light. Exhale, 1. The left shoulder should roll back to the left a little bit. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Anthony, extend the left leg. Exhale, 4. You're not bending, you're engaged. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, come all the way up to stand by pressing into the feet. Now exhale, bend the left knee, warrior 2. As you bend the left knee, knees tracking down center of foot, try to get the thigh parallel to the earth. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Arms are dynamic. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the left leg. 1 breath. Then exhale, slowly bend the left knee. Inhale with control, hands down to the earth, stepping back to a plank, looking at the wall in front of you, not the floor. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, thighs, knees, shins off ground. Exhale, downward facing dog, good for you. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, drop to the left knee, bring the left knee underneath the left hip. Then lift the torso up. So move your left knee forward a little bit so your knee's not behind your hip. A lot of times in yoga, you got to become aware of what you're not really focused on. Lift the arms up alongside the ears, like you're in a lunge. Bring the hands together in prayer at the heart center, and then twist over to the right. The left arm is on the outside of the right thigh. Now, left toes are tucked under. Press into the ball of the left foot, lift the left knee up, extending through the left leg, pushing through the left heel. Strong post-anterior chain of the left leg. So hamstring is active in the back leg. Exhale, 1. Inhale, lift the chest to meet the thumbs instead of the thumbs to meet the armpit. Exhale, 2. Inhale, good. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, come back to center, raise the arms alongside the ears in high lunge. Just find balance there for a second. And then exhale, put the hands on the blocks, framing the right foot. So those blocks are useful, yeah. Then extend the right leg, move the left foot forward until the heel is flat on the ground. So you're not on a tightrope, nor are you so straddled back that you're not grounded. Now, with the left heel pressing down, lift the head and chest, energetically pull the right hip back, the left hip forward. Yep. And then exhale, fold over the extended right leg. Press the palms down, blocks work. You can do 1 or 2 things. You can walk the arms toward the center of the room, or you can walk the hands back. Both are accurate. But what you want to always feel is that you're pulling energy up the front of the right leg at the hip crease and then pushing it to the wall behind you. So there's an extension in the right leg instead of that bending. You're pulling energy upward. There's energy moving up the front of the left leg. The skin is lifting toward the hip. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Now still that energy is moving up the legs. Bring the left arm in front of the right shin. Put the left hand on a block outside the right foot. Your left forearm touches your right shin bone. Okay, so they marry, they come together, they kind of weld together. Now bring the right hand to the right hip. Pull the right hip crease back toward the wall behind you. Here again, pulling energy up the front of the right leg instead of bending it. Then lift the right arm up toward the sky and rotate in the thoracic, opening the chest up toward the windows by pressing into your left hand. Rotated triangle. Anthony, try to get your heel down in the back. Exhale, 1, ground. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, gently place the right hand down. Frame the right foot with both hands. Then exhale, bend the right knee. Bring the left knee to the outside of the right foot, sitting down like you're coming into a curtsy. So you're setting forward, not back. Then plug both sit bones into the earth. On the inhale, lift the left arm up alongside the left ear. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Right big toe is going to be on the ground. Right hand's going to come behind you. And with your left arm, you move the right leg a little bit to the left. That's where the twist happens. Exhale, 1, good. Inhale. Exhale, 2, and Amanda, you're going to roll the right shoulder back behind you. Exhale, 3, walk your hand closer to your hip instead of further away. Now press your thumb down. Exhale, 4, press. No. Yeah, like don't use your thumb. Now you don't want to hurt your thumb joint. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, come center and set up for ankle to knee. So move the left shin forward, stack the right shin on top of the left. The right foot hangs off the left knee joint. The right knee joint's on top of the left ankle bone. And so it's not a Padmasana. It is a fire log seat because it looks like two logs of a fire stacked on top of each other. So that goes off. Now dorsiflex the feet, protect the ligaments. Then lift the head and chest. And exhale, fold forward. So bring this foot all the way over there. Watch, you'll feel something totally different. This foot's going to come up a little bit now. Now fold forward. Feel something totally different in the hip when you do that. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Hippie twist. This is an old sequence that we used to do back in the good old days. Lift the head and chest halfway, only halfway. Walk both your arms over to the outside of your right leg. Now, bend your left elbow and try to put your left forearm on the ground outside your right leg. Your left elbow actually grounds you down in the twist. So your left elbow is pushing into your right thigh. Then lift your right arm up and point your right fingers toward the wall behind you. And look over the right shoulder. Exhale, 1. So right palm faces that way. This elbow is going to come right here. And that's going to ground and press. If it doesn't come all the way down, that's fine. But that's what you want. That's going to ground you. Exhale, 2. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Now on the inhale, bring your right arm behind you. See if you can reach for your left hip crease. And then come into the bind and then twist a little deeper. So Amanda, lift your head. Try to keep your hip ground on the left side. So you're not leaning so far over to the right that your butt's lifting up on the left. Exhale, 2. You're grounded. Inhale. Exhale, 3. There. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the right arm back up into the air. Look at your right thumb. Then exhale, place the right hand on the ground. Inhale, walk back to the center of the room. And then exhale, fold over your shins 1/2 breath. Good. Inhale, lift the head and chest. And exhale, swing the right leg around. Step back to a downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, come down to the right knee. Move the right knee forward so the right knee is underneath the right hip. Inhale, lift the torso up, bring the arms alongside the ears like a lunge. Then exhale, bring the hands together in prayer. Twist over to the left. Right arm on the outside of the left thigh. Thumbs are in the middle of the chest. On the inhale, lift the right knee up if you did so on the other side. Twisting. Exhale, 1. Inhale, try to lift the chest to meet the thumbs. Exhale, 2. Post-anterior chain active in the right leg. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. Raise the arms alongside the ears in a high lunge. Just find your balance for a second. Then exhale, put the hands on the ground, frame the left foot. On the inhale, extend the left leg. Move the right foot forward until the heel is on the ground. You're grounded, and here again, you're not bending knees. So if you're bending knees, you want to put those hands on blocks so you can pull energy up the legs. Lift the head and chest. Energetically pull your left hip back toward the wall behind you. Then exhale, fold forward. As you fold forward, allow energy to move up the front of the left leg. Exhale, 1. There's an energy like you feel the skin lifting up toward the hip. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, lift the head and chest. Bring the right arm in front of your left shin. Put your right hand on a block outside your left foot. You want to ground down through the right hand. You're not on your thumb. You're on the palm. That's grounding. Then bring the left hand to the left hip. Pull the left hip crease back, pulling energy up the front of the left leg. Then lift the left arm up into the air and rotate the chest so the thoracic is opening to the left side of the room. Rotate a triangle. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then on the inhale, gently place the left hand down. Frame the left foot with both hands. Exhale, bend the knees and bring the right knee to the outside of the left foot, sitting forward and down like a curtsy. And once you plug both sit bones into the earth, make sure you're not setting on the right heel. Left foot's flat on the ground. Lift the right arm up into the air and then twist over to the left. So bring this foot over here and gaze over the left shoulder. And here again, palm is flat. Your thumb is not a weight-bearing joint. So if you're doing that little, my thumb is a kickstand, try to come out of that habit. Exhale, 1. Inhale. You don't want to dislocate your thumb. I've done that in the past myself. Exhale, 2. And it is an awful experience. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale. Come back to center. Keep the shoulders over the hips and exhale. Counter twist over to the right. And then come back to center. Move the right shin forward. So the right shin is parallel to the front edge of the mat. That's the bottom leg. Then open up the left knee. Place the left knee on the right ankle. The left ankle on the right knee. So your left foot's hanging off the knee joint. Then you're going to dorsiflex the feet, and the shin bones are stacked. And then exhale, fold forward. And as you fold forward, try to bring the forearms onto the ground. Now, you'll feel this in the piriformis. It's hitting the back of the hip. That's where you want the goal to be, that you feel it. Exhale, 1. So it's very different from lotus. Exhale, 2, which is outside of the leg. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now, hippies twist. Lift the head and chest halfway, just halfway. Walk both arms over to the left side of your mat. Your right elbow is used just like in a twist. You kind of put your right elbow right here on the outside of your left thigh, so it's got to come right there. The forearm may come down, but the hand is perfectly fine. Lift the left arm up and look over the left shoulder, pushing into your right hand. There's the first part of the twist. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Now on the inhale, bring the left arm behind you. Reach for your right hip crease. Push into your right hand and try to rotate the chest a little more, twisting deeper. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On the inhale, lift the left arm up into the air. Exhale, place the left hand down. Inhale, walk back to the center. Exhale, fold over the shins. Good. Inhale, lift the head and chest. It's so simple. Swing the left leg around, step back to a downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Bring the big toes and heels to touch. Then come onto the right hand, the outside of the right foot. Lift the left arm up, balancing. And as you lift the hips up, squeeze the legs, making the hands light. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, gently come to a plank. And exhale onto the left hand, the outside of the left foot, raising the right arm up. Squeeze the legs together. Lift the hips, taking the weight out of the left hand. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. On the inhale, gently come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Now stay in Cobra. Inhale, lift the hands off the floor. Squeeze the legs together. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, relax. So twisting is supposed to affect the Manipura chakra, which is the third chakra, and that's the seat of our power over others, right? When we start to practice yamas, we're actually letting go of that kind of toxic power over others and domination over others. We're like actually starting to practice unconditional love, right? So that unconditional love comes from a sense of letting go, that aparigraha. I don't need to dominate others to feel powerful. Actually, it's through the power of love that I start to feel powerful. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands and lift up. Dhanurasana, seat of the bow. Exhale, 1. So feet kick back into the hands. Exhale, 2. The thighs lift up. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Gently come down and release the feet. Relax. So when we think about energy moving upward, if we let go of that domination and toxic energy at the Manipura, then it comes into the Anahata, the center of the chest, which is, quote, the heart center, the spiritual heart. And that's the center of unconditional love, which are back bends, heart openers, right? So there's something nice about like moving that energy from one place to the other. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles again, pull the navel toward the spine. And on the inhale, lift up. Dhanurasana. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Release the feet. Come down. Relax. Little vinyasa. Bring the hands next to the chest. Elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Move forward and up. The knees, the thighs, the shins are off the ground. Here again, you're engaged. So if your shin bones are touching, you're not engaging the legs. So you want to press into the hands and lift those thighs off the ground, because this is an active back bend. So passive back bend, this is on the ground. Active back bend, this lifts up. Do you not feel now the muscles working? They're working. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. So notice the difference between those two things you're doing. Passive and active. On the inhale, lift the right leg up into a down dog split. Yep. Now bring the right knee into the chest. Bring the shoulders over the wrist. Step the right foot forward in between the hands. Now drop to the left knee. Now this time the left knee can be behind the left hip. Okay? If you want to, put a little blanket underneath the left knee. If you have a tender knee, that's perfectly fine. Lift the torso up, bring the arms alongside the ears like when you were like we did that lunge. Then interlace the fingers together with your index fingers pointing up toward the ceiling. Now lengthen through both sides of the body and exhale, begin to arch back, moving the hips toward the center of the room. Your right knee will overshoot the right ankle. So Anthony, you're going to move your right knee toward those blankets instead of the right hip back toward the wall behind you. And as you lift up through the armpits and extend, try to come into an arc. See yourself as an arc. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale. Lift the shoulders up. Then place the hands on the floor. Frame your right foot. Tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee up like you're in a lunge, then lift the right leg back up into a down dog split. Yep. Now, bend the right knee and bring the right heel over to the left. And here again, put weight equally through both hands. You're going to stay here and here again. This is a back bend too, exhale 1, because you're opening up the front of the right leg, exhale 2. So down dog split with a bent knee. Just going to stay there. It's just staying there. Exhale 3, inhale. Yeah, exhale 4. Try to keep the equal weight through the hands because you're going to favor your left hand. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, extend the right leg back into a down dog split. Then exhale, place the right foot on the floor. Inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Knees and thighs, shins off the ground. Active back bend. Exhale, downward dog. On the inhale, lift the left leg up into a down dog split. Now, bend the left knee, bring the knee into the chest, bring the shoulders over the wrists. Step the left foot forward in between the hands. Drop to the right knee, okay? Bring the right knee back behind the right hip. You can put a little blanket there, I don't care. Lift the torso up, bring the arms alongside the ears like a lunge. Then interlace the fingers together with the index fingers pointing up toward the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen through both sides of the body. Then exhale, arch back, move your left knee toward the center of the room. Your hips move toward the center of the room. So the hips aren't pulling back now. There's a stretch in the front of the left leg. Exhale 1. The right leg, I'm sorry. Exhale 2. Inhale, Amanda, move your left knee toward the blankets. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Then place the hands on the floor. Frame the left foot. Tuck the right toes under. First, lift the right knee up. Press into the hands. Lift the left leg up into a down dog split. You're going to stay there, but we're going to bend the left knee. Now, bend the left knee and open and externally rotate the left leg. Yeah, stay. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Extend the left leg into a down dog split. Exhale, put your left foot on the floor. Inhale, come forward to a plank, look forward. Exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Those thighs are off the ground. The knees are off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And the slowest chaturanga you've ever done in your life, coming and laying down on the abdomen, using some core. Good. Roll over onto the back. Bend the knees, touch the heels with the fingertips. Feet are about hips-width distance apart and parallel. On the inhale, lift the hips, the lower, the middle back. Clasp the hands together in a fist underneath you. So bring the feet back. It's about right there. Yeah, so now you got ankle-knee alignment, right? Exhale 1. Try to roll the shoulders underneath you. You can also grab the yoga mat. If you have tight shoulders, that's a good option. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands and come down the middle back, the lower back, and the hips. From here, you can stay in this half bridge. You can also come into a supported half bridge. If you would like to experience upward bow seat, Urdhva Dhanurasana, place the hands next to the head. Elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. Palms are flat. So the palms are flat on the floor. You can use blocks underneath the hands, blocks underneath the feet, blocks between the feet, blocks between the legs, whatever you want to do. Belt around the arms. On the inhale, lift all the way up. Extending the arms and lifting the chest up. Exhale 1, good for you. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Good. Take the feet out as wide as the mat. Windshield wiper the knees back and forth. It's always a good neutralizer. So we're going to do a couple of more of those. Okay? Second time, place the hands next to the feet. Next to the ears. And press into the hands and the feet, and on the inhale, lift all the way up. Urdhva Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. You can windshield wiper the knees back and forth again. Last time, place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come back up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Good, everybody. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug now. So ethical living, wow. That's not very in fashion right now, is it? But, during these times, this time period that we're in is called the Kali Yuga. The Kali Yuga is the ending of times. There are 4 cycles, and we're in the end of a cycle. And it's said that in the Kali Yuga, that the majority of people are more focused on material wealth and fame and fortune and kind of getting ahead at any means they have. So the yogi who's practicing these ideas of yamas and niyamas and ethical living and higher energy, you're a rare breed right now. You're the minority. You have to remember that. Bring the knees over to the left, extend the right arm out, look over the right shoulder, twisting. And so it's not very popular. I mean, yoga's popular right now if it's just a fitness class. Like you can go to hot yoga, that room be packed. But they won't talk about any of this stuff because it's not popular. It doesn't make you popular. Did everybody see Wicked? That one song, Popular? Bring the knees back into the chest and go to the other side. And that wanting to be popular is part of the Kali Yuga. It's part of that domination of the ego personality, instead of really considering how my actions are affecting the world around me and other beings that I share the world with. Come back to center, bring the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the shins, bring the forehead toward the knees, rock forward and back, rock forward and back, rock forward and back. Come up to a seated position, extend the legs straight out in front of you. Dorsiflex the feet, lift the head and chest. And exhale, fold forward, hold on to the feet. If you can't reach your feet, belts are super nice. Paschimottanasana. Even, the teachings of Jesus Christ have been, perverted into some kind of idea that it's about making money and just being mean and horrible to those around you who don't identify like you do. And yet Christ, all he ever talked about was being kind to the stranger in your land, taking care of the poor, the weak, those that were disenfranchised. Jesus Christ was far more concerned about those that were disenfranchised and on the outside than those that were on the inside. And even those teachings, which is a type of yoga too, have been distorted so they fit into the narrative of self-centeredness. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. And exhale, hands by the hips. Point the toes toward the wall in front of you. Take the hands behind you 6 to 8 inches. Bring the chin into the chest on the inhale. Lift the hips into inclined plank. Exhale, let the head go back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down. And let's set up for shoulder stand. Or you can bring legs up the wall in Viparita Karani. You're right there at the wall. So if that's what you would like to do, be my guest. In shoulder stand, I like using a blanket underneath the shoulders, right? But it's up to you. So you have those two choices, legs up the wall, L shape, or like Veronique's doing in the middle of the room, coming into shoulder stand. And so here, you're going to put your hips down. And what I wouldn't do, I wouldn't have that, because then that's throwing your neck into a funny place. So as you do this, come all the way over. Put your toes on the ground, because you can do that. Now notice how that gives you a chance to really, there you go. Externally rotate, take a moment, do that, and then put your hands on your back right here. So that stays down, right? Now lift the legs up, and as you lift the legs up, see yourself as ankle, knee, hip, shoulder. So you're going to move your hips that way. So squeeze your glutes, exactly. So this and this come together, right? Naturally in Jada Danda Bandha. If your kind of hips are way back here, there's going to be a space between your chest and your jaw, right? And you want that connection to the chest and the chin if you're in shoulder stand. The Jada Danda Bandha happens naturally. I've discovered this new musician that I'm crazy about his work. His group is called East Forest. Now, if you're still in shoulder stand, let's try a little variation. So turn the feet out as in position 1 in a ballet class. So the heels are just together and toes move apart. Notice how that creates that external rotation of the thigh. Then bend the knees and bring the feet together in a prayer position. Show the legs are making a diamond shape. Your knees are kind of out to the side wall. You have to kind of squeeze at the glutes. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And here again, your chest is touching your chin. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Because that's kind of important here. The chest and the chin touch. When that happens, you're putting more weight in the back of your head, okay? With the weight in the back of the head, see if you can take your hands off your back and put your hands on your front of your thigh and extend your arms up. So don't drop your knees, Veronique. Reach your arms up and put your hands on the thighs, getting your elbows in the back of your arms off the floor. Yeah. Don't do it rush-like, just do it gently. Put your hands right here. Palms of your hands right here. So there's a little bit of a V shape holding that up. Exhale, 1. I'm going to put my knee here. Reach up and touch this. This is a sequence you got to learn, so you got to extend your arms. And I'm here. Yeah, extend. Exhale, 1. Put your hands there. Ground. Exhale, 2. Let it touch. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Now bring the knees together. Yeah. Put your knees together. Ooh, look at that. You're not going to go anywhere. And put your toes on the floor behind your head. Put your toes on the floor behind your head. Yeah, now reach back and grab your big toes with your hands. Oh my God, there's a different variation to halasana. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now bend both your knees and bring your knees alongside your ears and wrap your forearms around the back of your knee joint. Hold on to opposite elbows, hugging yourself into a little disco ball. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now put the hands on the floor toward the wall behind you. Use your hands like brakes and slowly come down 1 vertebrae at a time. Good for you. If you are in legs up the wall and you would like to experience Matsyasana with us, bring the knees into the chest, roll to one side, come lay down on the back. Once you're on your back, if you have any blankets underneath the shoulders, move that to the side. Turn the palms to face upward. Press into the elbows. Puff up the chest. Come onto the top of the head. Matsyasana, seat of the fish. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Press into the elbows, bring the chin to the chest, and come down. Take a blanket, roll up a blanket, put it underneath the knees. And then lay down on the back. Let the feet move away from each other so there's external rotation of the thighs. Let the palms face upward as a gesture of surrender, opening up the heart. Let the body become heavy by letting go of Mula Bandha. Now allow the breath to breathe the body, letting go of the Ujjayi Pranayama. Let the body become heavy and allow the earth to support the weight of the body. Shavasana, seat of the corpse. Deepen the breath. Make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead and stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Draw the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. And then slowly roll over to the right. And just stay there for a second on the right side. And pressing the left palm into the floor, lift the torso up and come up to a seated position for a brief meditation practice. So you can sit on a block or a blanket. And once you've found your seat, commit to it. Find stillness in the body. Allow the breath to deepen. You don't have to re-employ Ujjayi pranayama, but have awareness of breath. Watch the inhales come into the body. Watch the exhales leave the body. Begin to close the eyes, drawing the senses inward, and focus the mind. But you need something to focus on. So as you inhale, silently chant the mantra Om. And as you exhale, silently chant Om. And allow the mantra to match the breath on your own. Inhale deeply. Exhale everything out. Inhale for the sound of Om externally. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachings and teachers of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachers and teachings yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day. It's supposed to get really hot, so make sure you're hydrated. Try to stay out of the heat. Unless you're just mad and you just want to go out there in it. I love the heat. Oh, I just love it. Some people say that to me. I'm like, oh my God.